Parshat VaYakheil retells the building of the Mishkan, whereas in Parshat Teruma, Moshe received the command to gather the raw materials in order to build, as well as the description of the various vessels that need to be fashioned. In our Parsha, it is describing the actual construction of the vessels. However, there is one major difference in the recounting of the materials in the different Parshas. The addition in VaYakheil of workers. V'chol chacham lev bachem yavo v'yasu et kol asher tzivah Hashem. Let every wise-hearted man among you come and make all that God has commanded. As this addition is in the section of VaYakheil that details the raw materials, what is it coming to add to the previous list that was recorded in Teruma? The Malbim says that the wise-hearted men listed here were the master craftsmen who were actually mentioned in last week's Parsha, Kitisa. It would be their job to fashion the various vessels from the raw materials that were collected. According to the Malbim, the Torah is essentially saying that it is now Tachlis time. Bnei Israel are bringing all the raw materials needed for constructing the Mishkan. As such, there is now a need to transform the raw materials into their final forms, and these people will be those that do it. Alternatively, the whole paragraph that this pasuk is found in is all about donations. That would then imply that the statement about the wise-hearted men is not a command by God, but rather is a request to the people for a donation of time and skills to help with the construction of the Mishkan. True, the whole building enterprise would be led by Bezalel and his skillful staff, but anyone who has the talent to help and can help will also be greatly appreciated. It will be counted as a donation to the Mishkan just as much as the raw materials. Donations are usually thought of as contributions of money or raw materials to a cause. Giving of yourself, however, can comprise of more than just the tangible. Having a skill to offer or giving of your time can be just as important or even more than the raw materials. The raw materials are just a start. They still need to be turned into the finished product. The one with the time and skills to transform the raw materials into a polished product is also donating, just as much as those who are providing the material resources. I know that this should be obvious, but it is something that tends to be overlooked. Everyone has their strengths, and for some, their expertise is by far the greater contribution. Shabbat Shalom.